Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to another stream. I'm just gonna try and send this link all over, and then away we go. Okay. And then we got, oh. I've been tagged? I've been tagged in some work of art somewhere. Oh. Damn it, I've been tagged but I can't see. Oh, there we go. Oh, was that? Yeah, that was yesterday. Okay, self-promotion again, and then just do... I'm gonna make sure I put all these links everywhere so it's all good. Bam! Okay, I think I'm good. So we're doing more animating again, as usual. Gonna be doing bits of Ceroba's hair today, I think. I did some before and it went okay, so... All I know is that after a certain amount of time, what's happened is I've made keyframes, and those keyframes are, there we go, not accurate from like here onwards. So from here on for the hair, that needs to, oh crap. Not so much that one. For these, the side strands, these need to go, just so I can animate them properly. So, let's go. I've got the audio turned off for today, so we got the music going on. Hey, Lucky. How you doing? I feel like we need to have the hair slightly flat. I was only able to come on now just because of dealing with stuff before, so it's a little bit later than I would have expected. Let's try that. What is a hair folder? Just bam, and then it kind of... It's because it points slightly outwards, and then by there it gets pointing inwards. Maybe if I just do that. If I... Okay, that looks more natural. How you doing anyway, Lucky? Hey, Memes. Hey, Happy. So, for anyone that's in here from the Discord, you'll know I, saw the short. Yeah, the short is actually from, like, ages ago. What I decided to do was capitalize on YouTube Shorts and just go through a load of my old content from, like, literally years ago and just try and get shorts of everything. I need to upload way more. I know. But we're talking, like, years ago now, because, like, when was Nier released? That's, like, what, 2016, 2018 or something, I think? It's a really good game. I've still not completed it, but... Please, the algorithm. It's, like, it keeps the channel going, keeps the lights on, you know? So... Oh, yeah, I need to vary it, though, a little bit, so, like... That's why I've just been doing a load of stuff. I have them all on schedule at the moment. As in, like, I just upload them and then do them, like, once a week or whatever to keep people interested, so... And then, obviously, I do the streams. Oh, yeah, for anyone that's coming from the Discord, you'll know that we recently announced Onion San properly. I'm really happy about that. Primarily just because of how cursed Onion San was originally. So, yeah. In terms of... Hey 16-bit gaming, nice to see you. In terms of like what's going on and stuff, Happy is the only one in here that actually has the preview shot of not Ceroba, of Onion-san. So Happy, you're like the first one to see Onion-san before we actually drop the preview images at some point. So just, yeah, please don't go sharing them around like mad to everybody. But the reason why I say this is because, like, I figure I'm not trying to like treat everybody differently. You've got to understand that, like, the way that I'm doing this is people have special roles to fill. Okay. And because these are all very special and extra roles that we didn't have before, I'm turning around and treating them as like a mini event kind of thing, especially because a lot of them will get shown off in the new trailer that I want to make for said event that I can't mention in case we get in it. But the idea is that people at least get to see the work, you know, or at least get to see what they'll be voicing before the actual, like, whole thing goes down. Sorry if my English is just totally crap at the moment. I slept the entire day, because, like, last night I stayed up all night because my little daughter was itchy as hell with eczema. And wouldn't go to sleep without us. So she ended up sleeping next to us. But of course, because you can't co-op sleep with a baby because it's not safe, I ended up staying up and watching her all night. And then, because my wife had to go out as well today, I ended up literally staying up about, I think it must have been close to 30 hours or something. Then I slept all evening, and then only woke up like maybe 5 hours ago. And since then, I've just been like trying to relax and just kind of sort of look after myself. So I might be a bit crazy here in terms of speech at the moment. Meme says, "Hey old man, when am I going to need to do the storyboarding?" Again, I'll work that more into things in future. It's like, it's an idea that I have at the moment, is to properly do storyboarding and things. I need to get the script stuff and just send it off and see what comes back, and we'll go from there. I might do that later on after this. But yeah, I don't want to deal with the trailer today. You're not going to. Baby going face down when sleeping says, Lucky. No, it's like, she's going face down now. She leans to the side a little bit, but it's more the whole thing of what's crazy is just the fact that because she has eczema and because we're giving her like creams to help with that, she ends up like super itchy. And I even was like, I'm not so sure about this, so I deliberately made myself a human test subject the other day and used some of the creams on myself to see what would happen, because I have ridiculously sensitive skin. And yeah, basically it brought me out in like a rash or something, which I wasn't too happy about, so not even I'm happy about it. So we're going to try and get a doctor's appointment at some point and be like, are you sure this is alright? Oh, it's just weird. What is that hair doing there? It flicks up there, but then it goes back out there. Boom. Flicks in there, and it's rough. If I do that, that shouldn't flick inwards there. Even though it does. Bang, bang. That should actually kind of stay outwards. Get rid of that. Oh, crap. There we go, that's a little bit better. I summoned child face down in defensive position. Okay, so honestly, I wish I could donate money, but unfortunately, you will believe it because it's because of Steam. Is that how you pronounce it? Thank you very much, 16-bit gaming. I looked at Onion Sand's lines. He repeats so much stuff. That's so clean. Because of Steam, yeah. Oh, right. So what we're doing today, I did most of Ceroba the other day. I just need to do like the ears, little bits of the hair, which are like the front, and then the ribbons and stuff. It was kind of sad yesterday when I was doing this, and then I need to do a little bit of the facial expressions. I need to key more of them so that the phonetics look correct. But apart from that, it's going good. I got addicted to keys to 16. Ah, here we go. That is clipping there. Oh no, it isn't clipping, it just looked like it. I think most of the main cast deserves something, but again it is. See, that's the thing. I'd like to give people something if possible. But the worst part is I can't. You know, it's rough. It's why I'm just kind of relying on people being nice, you know. The worst part is I'm in no position to give anyone anything, really. Like, some people could turn around and say, well, what about that PayPal money you're using for these extra characters? It's like, I only got that back in recently for like art commissions that I did ages ago. And those commissions weren't something that I can do frequently, so if I had a steady job and everything, that'd be great, but I don't. So it sucks. And we're literally living on like bare minimum wage as it is, so it's hard living close to the bread line, you know, all the time when you don't know whether you're gonna have a house like next week or whatever. But you kind of tend to push that to the back of your head. Let's try. It's called Lethal Company. Yeah, the thing is, I'm gonna have to ask, because what's been happening is, I've been going on for like an hour or so a day before I do stream, you know, with one of my friends from college, who's a really close friend, and I've been spending an hour with him a day, because like that's the only time I get to spend with him. What I might do is if people want to play Lethal, I might turn around and be like, can I take that hour and use it to play Lethal with people, if people are on at that time? Because like, by the time it gets really late, I can't really make too much noise. Like even now, I'm trying to keep it down because it's like 11. The only problem is time zones and stuff. Can I do that? And we go, ooh. What I need to do there is have that flick up a little bit. So we go. It needs to be a little bit more. The idea is I'm gonna like do these together, and then we'll do it separately later on. Might be because some clipping with the hair there. Yeah, I'm hoping that I can adjust that later on. I just want to get the basics, you know, like movement wise. My body is the opposite for when playing VRC, no matter what I do. What I get reminded, I'm still loud as heck. Yeah, the thing is, it's like, I have this issue when I'm louder than I think I am. And, like, volume in this house travels crazy because it's open. So it's like I just echo up the stairs. So my wife can basically hear everything that I'm saying now pretty clearly while, you know, she's trying to get to sleep. And it's like, oh. And if I try and keep it down a little bit more, then everybody starts going, dude, are you alright? You sound depressed and stuff. And I'm like, I'm just trying to keep it down. Just stop talking, says Memes. Oh. That needs to be about there, I reckon. We go, whoop. Oh. Can I, like, have that there? Then that needs to be about there. Minor clipping with the hair ain't too bad. It's just like major clipping. Like that's major clipping. That needs to like not happen. So we go, whoop. Yep. Might be a bit too much that I've raised that by there. You kind of inspiring me to try and do animations at 16-bit. I love trying to make characters come to life in this, you know, it's just really cool. Ooh. Thing is, I'm still relatively new at it, but I do like trying. Like the beginning, like 4 seconds worth that I've got looks so good. So happy with it. Oh, her hair is going to get caught slightly on a fabric there, so we're going to have it do this. Right, then we go. Like that there, we're going to have that be right about there. That's fine there for the moment. And then she's going to come back, so we need... Oh. The one thing that I like out in this more than anything else is doing like little bounces and stuff. Oh. Oh. There it comes back, so we've got like... Okay, there, right? The best bit is just the beginning 4 seconds, because that's like the cleanest at the moment. You can see all this stuff going on. Love the way that like all the hair and all the other bits move. Oh. A little boing sound. Right, what I need to do here is, because her hair is dragging slightly on her outfit here, it's going to drag just a little bit more here. That bit there needs to be... Hey Albert, nice to see you. Needs to go to about there, so we go from about here. The thing is, when we have it like this, it really isn't going to matter too much. I'm going to try and stop it from clipping if I can. You know, because I'm not lazy about these type of things, so... See about here, we need a need some bits moving, but the thing is I don't want to like micromanage too much at the moment. What I need is this bit to be like over here now. And I need this to be moved. This is gonna move. She's gonna go back that way, so yeah, roughly about there. I need it to be like. Oh, is it that one? No, it is that one. Okay. Excuse me. I need it to be. There, like that. I just need to change the way that this is positioned. Maybe not as much that way. I do this. Rotate that just a tiny bit. It clips through just a little bit too much there, which is why we need... Unless it's just the way that... Okay. So yeah, in terms of new characters, we're getting some more in future. It's going to be real fun. Next one, I think, is going to be Fish Receptionist, because I have a choice, right? I've got characters to go through here. Oh, animations is Albert. Yeah, I'll be showing a little bit more off over the next, like, hour or so. In terms of characters that are left, I've got a few. Onion Sand's been done, and I'll be paying for Onion Sand real soon. So, basically, Onion Sand's done. Facial expressions and everything have been done, so ones in the chopping block that are left that I still want are stuff like Fish Receptionist, Cathy and Bratty, Night Night, and then we've got Whimsum, Snowdrake, and Aaron, of which, depending on how much the next models cost, depends on how much money I have to actually take out of my own pocket again to pay for these. But yeah. I'm hoping that everything will go down really well. Cathy and Bratty's going to be really good to have because they're fan favourites. If I have to cut any more characters, then I will. I think the only one that I may cut is like... maybe Aaron? I don't know. I still feel like the ones that I've got left here are the ones that I really need. But it's like, I'll have to tally it up and see how much money is going to be put into this. Because I've already spent a load on just getting these characters. But they're really good. They're really good. Like, I was talking with 16, wasn't I talking with you this morning about commissions and things? Because that was when I was saying you got to be careful on what you pay for. But with this, I'm so happy. Like, I can give you an example of a good commission, right? So I find this artist from VR chat, and I track them back to the DeviantArt page, and I'm like, through the username, and I'm like, look, I need your help. So I list everything down. And my whole deal here with them, if I go back in the DMs, I showed them the project, let them know exactly what was going on, and they said, I haven't really done commissions before, but I'll say the price is depending on the complexity of the model you want. Totally fine. And I take PayPal, and I'm like, that's fine, because I only use PayPal, you know. So I explain about the project, I show them 2 videos of what I'm trying to do, and they're just like, oh, very nice, you know, can you send me reference first? So I'm like, yeah, I can do that. We go backwards and forwards for a little bit. I mention this is about Gerson, right? This was on the 20th. So I'm like, okay, here's some pictures of Gerson. I need him done. Let's see what happens. And they're like, okay, I'll start working on him as soon as possible. Each character takes roughly around a week, if that's fine. I'm like, yeah, no problem. We work out some stuff. And then, yeah, by the 27th, Gerson's done. So, yeah. How about normal art? You mean like drawn art? Drawn art takes a little bit longer depending. How about 1 million polygon chairs sky? Oh god. Normal art, but in like pixel art. Oh, I get what you mean. So like the sprites that you would find in Undertale. It depends on the detail of that. Like memes, you're still in here, right? The reason why I called him memes is because memes does pixel art and does really good art as well, so I figured that would help to kind of go over the conversation, because like you don't want to be caught in a bad commission where you pay somebody and they don't do the work, or they do little bits and then they don't contact you again for like another month or like a couple of months, and the next minute they're like, yeah, I can't do this, sorry. And it's like, oh, no. I've had one instance of that where I asked somebody to do a model and they couldn't do it because of various different reasons. And I just ended up turning around and being like, look, I don't want to cause any drama or anything. Just don't take them. Just cancel it. Everything's fine. I'm not angry at you. Just take the money and we'll call it even. Yeah, because that's the best, most peaceful way of resolving things, so... Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit upset about that, but it's like, it's whatever. You know. It just cut into my budget a little bit for characters. I took the, what could be considered the higher road for that one, in terms of being like, yeah, I'll just deal with it the adult way. What's up? Why was I summoned as memes? What I meant is like, memes is trying to talk about commissions doing like sprite work and stuff, and you know, what you would consider decent in terms of like pricing and time spent on work and stuff. Can I eat the 3D model? It looks like chocolate. Yeah, chocolate Ceroba. Everybody's been saying that. The hair doesn't move that. It does there a little bit though. Do this and we go. Bam. Yeah, for sprite work memes. No, Alvin, you can't eat chocolate Ceroba, even though she's been drawn in the art section on Undertale. I'll go address Sky's post in a moment there. I'll tag Alvin in this one now. Alvin. Bam, there you go. You tagged so you can see chocolate Ceroba if you haven't already. Really depends on the person. Let's see. I forgot to hit likes this guy. Thank you very much, Sky, by the way. Sky says, I don't think it's the best way of resolving the issue, but it certainly isn't the worst. Well, it's like, the thing is, it's like, I didn't want to get angry at the person because the person in question, they had other stuff going on at the time, personally. It was stuff like, you know, mental health issues and just other things that were going on. And they're a lot younger than me. So the way that I looked at it was like, look, I know myself it's not great to have lots of mental health issues and be dealing with a lot of stuff, and I know, or at least I feel like this person wasn't out to just like scam me, you know. So I was like, as an adult, I think the best way to approach this is just be like, look, let's just call it even, not going to raise any drama. I'm going to talk about this in future maybe, but like not mention any names, but it's just the whole thing of being like, look, I'm not super upset at you. Yeah, I'm kind of upset that I lost money, but I feel like if I just go chasing you, this is just going to cause drama that I don't want and don't need. So the higher road for me to take here is just be like, look, you take the money. It's totally fine. It's not a big deal to me. It's a one-off. I'll go find somebody else, you know, and just see what happens. Because I really didn't want to cause trouble, and I do believe that they did not intend to scam me. You know, so I stick by that. I think that's fair to treat, especially a young person that I don't think is going to just immediately from the get-go be like, dude, you know, I can get some easy money off you. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of, not gonna lie, there's like a lot of money to be made, obviously, in like 3D art and even just like teaching 3D as well. And just art in general. It's just, it's what you charge is based on, you know, your time. Like, for instance, I'd charge minimum based on, you know, like my own wage in my own country. And try to decide on like how much my time is worth for this specialist kind of thing that people can go to YouTube for, yeah. But if you want like a really direct and easy way of learning, then, you know, that's where you go to somebody who really knows and be like, look, can you just give me the basics on this thing? You know. Most people undercharge for their own work. Yeah, it's like, you gotta be careful that you don't undercharge too much. You know, you don't want to undersell yourself, but at the same time, it's like, there are some people that I know in like VR that make tons of money. And that's because like, they'll charge maybe like 200 bucks or more for an avatar. And I don't know whether it's just me, maybe I've not been around VR for long enough to understand that yet, but I would not pay 200 bucks for an avatar, you know, even if it has got like all the bells and whistles on, so that's why I'm happy with like this at the moment, like the agreements for like all the stuff for the Immersiontale. It's like with some of the characters that have been done recently where I've asked for more complicated things, it's like, yeah, I'm happy paying that extra money because it's just a little bit extra than what I paid for some of the other characters, roughly about the same price, and they're good quality, so as long as I've got the money, then yeah, I can get these characters, you know, which is great. They make the money, I get the characters, we get the animation, and we get to have people come in and do different voices for them and stuff. It works out. And if I want to, I can just turn around and be like, look, put these characters in VR chat and have everybody have them as like public avatars. That would be really cool. Like, I'd like that after everything's been said and done, or at least the reveals. You know, I feel like after the reveal trailer thing, it would be good to have all of these new characters in VR chat, including Onion San, just for a laugh, just so that people can goof around with them. Because I feel like if anything, if everything falls apart with my project, I'd at least like people to have takeaways from this. You know, so a backup plan would just be, yeah, I'll just try and get the creator to make all of these in VR. That would be a nice way of sort of having a backup plan. Let's... Imagine Gerson in VR. You'll get it, don't give up. Trust me, I'm not deliberately turning around and being like, I'm gonna fail already, but it's always nice to have a backup plan, you know. Sky says, that's one thing I'm afraid of when it comes to commission is underpaying, but on the other hand, I don't want to show myself as an easy mark for overpaying either. It's, like, Sky, for instance, when you and me did the Blender thing a while back, that I still need to get round to if you're up for it eventually and when I've got time, is the whole thing of, like, going over Blender and stuff and going through things that I am able to kind of do a direct way of teaching. But it's the whole thing of it's like, I don't want to oversell myself because there are certain YouTube tutorials that are just really great. But at the same time, it's like, they're rare. Like, they're There are a few that just get down to everything and just be like, look, this is exactly what you need. There are a lot of other ones where it comes up and it's just people going, oh yeah, so you mess around, you do this, and you find out that it's like not the most optimized way of doing things. So somebody will be like, here's how you make a chair, next moment it's 1,000,000 polygons. That's not going anywhere but in a render, you know. It's not going in a game, it's not going as an asset anywhere else, it's just, it's not usable. It's like, if anything, I'd say that when I'm focusing on helping other people, normally it's like with stuff that I consider to be game-ready assets, or stuff that, you know, would be game-ready assets. I tried the YouTube things and I can't get anywhere with those. It also depends on people. Like, some people have a certain way of learning. Like with me, I like doing stuff at exactly the same time as the person teaching me, because it just goes in better with how I am, you know. If I'm not doing it at the same time, it just doesn't work. I love the Dreamcast jacket, the VTube has 16. Thank you very much. I have this. Like, I actually own one of these. It's really nice. My wife got it me. Ooh. Let's do... Ooh. Let's do... Trying to get these her pieces positioned. I reckon there, roughly. I want them positioned decently, so like they catch on a dress and slide across it, but there's enough friction. You know, the comic is almost finished, Davidson Sammy. Sky says, trust me, it was worth it to hire you to teach me. Again, I'm totally down, you know, for doing stuff when I've got the time, obviously now with time being kind of one of the main things I have a concern about. That's why I try and get as much done as possible when I'm not looking after the baby. But also I'm one of those dads where I don't want to be like turning around and just trying to get away with stuff like while looking after the baby. I'm not that type of person. You know, I said I'd try and be the best dad ever, so like, basically when I'm looking after the baby, that is the only thing I'm doing. And then the moment I stop looking after the baby, then it's like, okay, do I deal with housework and other things to help out? And if I don't have to do that, can I just go and relax, you know? It's crazy. How's your day, Dave? My day's been crazy. I was mentioning it before, my daughter has eczema. And she was really itchy last night to the point where she kept waking up in her sleep. And we tried getting her to sleep by putting her in the bed between me and my partner. The problem is when you do that, they call it co-op sleeping. And you're not supposed to really both of you fall asleep like that because it's dangerous if one of you rolls over on the baby. So being the watchdog type of guy that I am, I literally just stayed up all night. I stayed up without sleeping, so I was, by 9 o'clock I'd been up maybe 19 hours, maybe 20 hours I think it was, almost 24, and then my wife was like, dude, get some sleep for a little bit before I have to go out for the day. She went out for like half the day, and during that time I ended up being with my daughter for about another 5 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours I think it was, and then the moment she got back, I passed out. So yeah, I was like, did you just take her now? It's fine. So I've had a busy day looking after my baby. Jacket, if you're not seeing it, has the Deltarune symbol in the middle. I should really do a more Undertale themed stuff for my my VTuber. Oh. Ah, no, that hair is bad there now. I need it to slip back into place. The idea being, because the hair has weight, it falls back about there. We have it. There we go. Let's see. Sammy says, just working on the background now. I have to colour Ceroba. Whenever you feel up for it, I'm not good at gauging when someone isn't busy. That's fine, man. Just any time you feel like maybe he's got some time, just give me a message, and if I don't, I'll let you know. You know, I'm not gonna shout at you or whatever. In terms of comics, Sammy's working on one where it's this version of Ceroba getting attacked by Kara, who's trying to eat her as if she's made out of chocolate, because the default material here, look, we joked about and said makes her look like she's just made out of chocolate. "16 says, I'ma send a glitch I found in TF2 in Discord." Okay. I like trying to read all the messages if I can. Oh, there we go. But yeah, I was talking about before everybody jumped in, was the whole deal of like the voice cast, and especially like with Happy and the backups, because I get a lot of backups in, or I have got a few backups in to do different roles previously, like for instance Toriel, Papyrus, and it's like, I think I've got a couple of other ones that I've tried and then been like, no, we'll just move people around. But what I like to try and do is when I'm in VR, I like listening to people's normal voices and also any impressions that they do, and then see whether they fit different roles. And throughout this entire process of getting new characters and working with different people and just listening to them, there's been really nice decisions that I can make that make people feel more a part of the project than just, oh, you're a backup person. You know, because I feel like some people might get upset that they're backups, you know, because their voice may or may not be used. Whereas if I turn around and be like, look, this is how I can potentially get around this, then it's a smart way of using you know, that talent to help make new characters come to life. So like with Happy was the backup for Papyrus, and then I was thinking about it, and Happy does a lot of like wacky, crazy voices, and I'm like, we could get Onion San out of Happy probably. Let's see. And sure enough, just getting Onion San back this week, so it's like, dude, just makes sense. Let's just make use of this, you know. That way, nobody's left out. 16-bit says, anyways, I'll be playing TF2 and charge my phone now. Great stream, great animation. Thank you very much, 16. Talk to you next time. But yeah, I don't like leaving anybody behind. No, it's like, even though it's nice to have backups to give me a sense of, well, give me less anxiety, you know, when it comes to certain roles being done or performed, it's like, it's just nice having the sort of backup idea that, yeah, when all's said and done, all the characters are going to be voiced, and when all the lines are done, that's when it gets really good, when it's just me buckling down and getting to work on all this animation. I'll be a backup voice actor for the coffee table in the living room, says Sky. Yeah, I don't, because of how I am and how I've worked in the past with people, I don't like leaving people out, and I don't like leaving people behind either when they've got a chance to actually, you know, do something. Especially when I've said, oh, do this, and then obviously the role's been done or whatever, so it's like, let's just work this in a really smart way so everybody's happy. You know, like for instance, the first time that happened was when we cast Revtrosity as Papyrus, because the original person that was going to do it, Lofi, sounded better as Sans, and now I can't unhear Lofi as Sans. It's such a good role change, and I'm just like, dude, it makes sense. It just makes sense. Who voiced the pie? What, on Toriel's counter? Or that's given to Frisk? Adam Sadler. Sorry if my my avatars or my neck keeps snapping here. I keep on having drinks at the same time. Trying to look after myself while I'm on stream. Aha. I had to put that in text then. I've just got a packet of biscuits next to me. I'm like, I'll have a bit of my drink. I'll have a biscuit. And then I realized that I was like eating on stream. And I know I've had complaints from people in the past being like, dude, I don't even like drinking on stream because I can hear every single gulp. And I'm very conscious about that kind of thing. So I was like, I can't be just eating on stream. People will just be like, dude, what the hell are you doing? So it's like for anyone that's been around on the very old streams where I've been doing stuff like all day, and then Jen's just ordered like a burger or something to take out, you know, to eat, like fast food. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god, guys, I've got to go. I've got a burger here. Bye. Just hang up. Everything stops when the burgers come. But yeah, what we're doing here, the entire thing goes up to like 55 there, so we're about halfway through now. The idea is once we get these hair strands done, then we'll be doing the little string bits and then her ears, and we should be done. And then all I need to do, okay, so her nose is left white, thank you, yeah. The idea here is that by doing all of this, then we should only need to really do the eye blinking and the mouth movements, of which I still need to see if I can get the phonetics done for it. And then once I've got the different phonetics, that'll be great, because at the moment we have just one facial expression for a mouth opening. What I want is to either edit that into multiple ones, or see if I can like copy and paste or make new ones to spell out the different letters, and then I can just have her talking and doing all the phonetics. Because those weren't something I asked for when getting the models. Does that move correctly though? Ah, there we go. That moves a little bit too fast there. It needs to drag slightly. Although I could drag the edge of it. Burger, wait. Oh my god, coming soon, 2090 burger date. Like seriously, burgers are just so good as fast food. The worst thing about being somebody who does a lot of stuff like this, or likes doing it, you know, because it takes such a long time to do some of this stuff, is being a person that likes to do this type of thing, and then you just get to a point where you actually forget to eat or something, because then you'll end up, or like when you either forget to eat, or it gets to like 3 in the morning, and you decide, you know what, I'll get myself a drink, I'll watch some YouTube videos. Next thing you know, you're super hungry and you're eating a bowl of cereal or some toast because basically you've been sat there watching YouTube and YouTube has recommended you like 50 burger videos. It's just like, dude. YouTube, man, it's not good for my health. It's not good for my health. YouTube is like the one thing where it's nice seeing all this food stuff, but at the same time, it's not good for my health. I eat more cereal and stuff at night thanks to YouTube recommending me some really good food channels. No. Like at the moment, some of the good ones that I've got. Where is it? Because it's always good talking about food. It's always relatable. Some of the good stuff that I got recently recommended to me was like food from Japan. And I'm just trying to find it now because it was like some really, really nice looking stuff. And I'm just like, ooh, nice. I'll take a look, and then next moment I'm like, okay, more cereal. What was that? I'm just looking through my stuff now. Oh, there was one. Last night, watching somebody eat or do a challenge in Japan, which was like unbeatable fried steak challenge, and it's a guy just eating a ton of like different fried steak and other things. Like katsu style in Japan, and then eating like an entire tub of rice or bowl of rice. That was nuts. Then there was some meme stuff. And it was like spiciest ramen. And then I swear there was like some other stuff as well, like other burger things. I've been looking at a lot of things recently, so it's hard to go through my history and really nail this stuff. But yeah, point being, just don't look at YouTube food stuff at like 3 in the morning, because it'll only make you hungry. It'd be even worse if you order takeaway. I'm not sure if a staff should be chocolate or not. Probably. Having a staff made out of chocolate would be funny. The other crazy thing about this is, because when I was learning all of this, obviously I was a student, doing this kind of thing in university was bad as well, because it was the whole deal of like, there were so many times where, I think I've mentioned it, I was the only one that I think everybody ended up depending on for 3D stuff in our class when I was doing this, because I was self-taught. But I was self-taught and doing like video game stuff and getting everything into engines. And most of the stuff at the time was like, yeah, get this into Unreal Engine or whatever. And nobody else knew how to do this stuff, so they just come to me to do it. And I'm glad I had a high metabolism from having a background in like swimming, because otherwise I'd be just a complete fat blob right now, because no joke, the amount of people that would just like come around and be like, dude, can you help me out? The assignment's due in tomorrow. And they'd be like, okay, next minute I'm ordering pizzas and stuff, and then we're staying up till like 3 a.m. doing the work. Meanwhile, they've got people on the sofa just like chilling out, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm doing your work for you here. You know, it's crazy. Let's see. Yeah, those were also fun times as well. 3 a.m., oh man. I was crazy once. No, the point being that, like, there were a lot of times where I'd just be helping out other people, and because of that, it's just like, dude, I've got no time to cook stuff myself. Let's just order out and get pizza, you know, or we'll get Chinese. That was the deal. You know, it was like, you pay for the food, I'll do the work. But yeah, it's crazy to think that, like, out of all the people that I used to help out, I think it's only me now that's doing 3D anymore, which is kind of sad. It's like, I know one of the guys went into it professionally and worked for Traveler's Tales, that do, you know, the Lego games. He started working on some of the really early Star Wars Lego games. But the place that we went to was really weird. I've mentioned it before. Basically, the teaching staff were just terrible. And it was a case of he got lucky. He got really lucky. So, happy for him, though. Ooh, that needs to... There we go. Wait, you worked on a Lego game? I didn't. One of the people that I knew back in university actually got to do modeling and stuff. What happened was, there were internships, and he managed to get an internship. The person that we were learning with just wanted anybody and everyone to try and apply for companies, and he happened to apply for TT, and they said yeah to him. I can't remember. I don't think I applied properly at the time to anybody other than Sony, and I didn't get a response back either. It's just crazy. But yeah, I know somebody that worked on a Lego game. I knew somebody that worked on Red Dead Redemption, the first one, and then worked at Face Punch. You know, the guys that make Gmod. He went on to, from being a tester on for like Rockstar games and doing Red Dead Redemption, to then going to Face Punch and doing Gmod. And then, yeah, I've known a bunch of really cool people that have done really crazy things. Or worked on stuff. Most of the stuff that I've worked on, personally, is in the video that I've got on my main page. Which is fun, where it's like, what do you work in? I work in video games, because I had to actually get that cleared by the industry. Because I can't exactly talk about that kind of stuff. It's like, the only permission I've got is to show off that stuff and be like, hey guys, I've worked on this stuff. That's the only permission I have. I can't mention any behind the scenes. I can't mention what it was like. I can only mention that, yeah, I worked on these things and it was cool, you know. But a good example of the games industry, or at least when I was in it a little bit, what can be found, and it's really accurate. Hang on, Halo 3. I'm just searching up this video now. There we go. So if you search up Halo 3 testing, and you look up the video from behind the scenes of Halo 3, where they show guys testing Halo 3 and just messing around, I can tell you, without actually, you know, breaking my contractual agreements, that Halo 3 video is practically the most accurate thing I've seen when it comes to showing off testing in the games industry. That's my nice way of getting around that and being like, yeah, if you want to know what it's like, just watch that video. It's so accurate that I can actually get away with it without really having that on my conscience, you know. It's like I don't have to worry if I just turn around and be like, this video? Yeah, go watch that. That's accurate. Because otherwise you, with contractual stuff, you end up potentially getting in trouble if you break the contract for obvious reasons. Sammy says, it's done. Let's see what this is like. I'm lurking art chat here now, Sammy. You have me lurking art chat. Let's see, Alvin's liked it, I've liked it, and then everybody else is giving it a smiley face. That last one of Ceroba just getting Huria nommed on by Kara is so funny. A funny part is if you look at the first part of the panel where it's Ceroba versus Kara, it literally looks like a Pokemon fight. Really nice artwork though. Chat, we must dance in celebration. Right, so we're moving the her back here again now and just go bam. Okay, I need that back. There, like that. I can do the in-betweens now. I reckon this hair is gonna go drag here a little bit. That was my angle actually. I wanted to reference Pokemon a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get people's actual ideas, probably memes as well for this, is the whole thing of like different monsters' attacks. Because, you know, like obviously we can be game accurate or we can get a little bit creative for certain monsters just to make sure that it actually makes sense. I'm just gonna have to ask people about like what monster attacks would make sense from maybe Pokemon and just lift them, you know, and attach them to some of the Undertale monsters. Because otherwise it's just gonna be a pretty peaceful walk through the underground. That reminds me, I had a laugh before. I don't know if anybody else saw the meme. Memes probably did. But basically, I woke up and it was Shay posting it, and I think Rev as well. But oh, there's Under Event posting. Looking at Twitter, and all of a sudden just tons of sprite work of Chujin just everywhere. And I'm just like, wait a minute, and everyone's like, just posting the Jin, and I'm just like, wait, what? I think it's even trending under the Jin as well. There's Asgore trying to get rid of his dad bod. By the way, there's a draft front-facing Ceroba too. Yeah, there's Arrow artwork posting the Jin. The 7 Jin souls. This is weird. I don't know how this even happened. Let's just go. Okay, so if I go... What I need here... Oh, is this one to drag. The idea is this will drag on her top here. Because of friction. And then it will slide to that position and go over like that. It's going to be so good doing, like, after these are done, doing the little, like, flicks on the ends of them. And then I've got to do that bit, and then, again, we're so close to getting this done. I did say it'd be done by, like, the end of the week, and it's just turned Wednesday now, so this is pretty much a really chill sort of way of doing this. Ooh. Gonna get some food. Later, says Sky. Thank you very much, Sky. Thanks for dropping by. I might still be around later on, depending. Oh. How does VR chat work, says Doge? Oh, are you looking into it now? Are you looking into it now? Because that would be so awesome. That moment where Dave's VR chat senses peaked. I may have installed it and opened it. Okay. Okay, so for VR chat, I'll show you the basics now on stream just for a laugh. Dude, I love the way my VR chat senses have just peaked. I'm like, I need to help. Somebody needs my help. What's the deal with airline food? I mean, it tends to be trash most of the time. Just give me a sec, I'm just opening Steam. We're going to the internet, guys. On stream. I just need to, but my world volume is not on. I made a pillow fly, this is Doge. I'm going to the internet and then I'm going to be coming out again straight away, because otherwise I'll get mobbed by everybody going, dude, what's going on? I see you streaming. Me and Sailor are already in VR chat, says Memes. Memes, I thought you were taking a break from VR chat. Just take a break, my guy. But I've only got an hour left. 2-week break. No, I can't take a 2-week break. Oh, I've been on a break. Oh, fair enough. I read that wrong. Okay, so here we go. This is me logging into VR chat now. So, when you first go on VR chat, you'll be presented with your homeroom, which will obviously not be like this. Go relax. No, I'm not used to relaxing. Besides which, I do that with my daughter anyway. So, your homeroom normally is just like your hub area like this. This is my one. I just got like a cyberpunk one because it looks nice and cozy. But from there, you can then go anywhere in VR chat. If you're using PC mode, you can literally just use your standard FPS controls, so mouse and keyboard, A, W, S, and D, and the mouse. And then shift to increase your running speed, and spacebar to jump. I think it's, yeah, C to crouch. And then if you want to use anything, then normally you'll look at something and the mouse will be like, oh yeah, you can use the media player here by pressing left mouse bumper. Or left mouse button, sorry. But, like for instance, if you want to go anywhere and you just want to start exploring and getting into VR chat, easiest way is hit escape, go to worlds, and then for instance, you can then just click any of these and join them. So for instance, if I wanted to, I could just go to Digital Circus. In fact, I'll do that now because Digital Circus is awesome. So like, for instance, if you want a private world to just explore on your own, you can do that. Otherwise, you can go into either a public lobby, which is, it's one of those things where I wouldn't recommend public lobbies. I always make group ones if I can, because group ones are moderated. That's provided you're in a group, though. Yeah, the username there as well is not good. So, like, for instance, here, we can go new instance, and then we can go invite only, and just click join. What that does is it means that if we don't invite people, they can't come in. And then we can just go ahead. What normally happens is, as you can see here, it'll download the world, and then it'll just load you into it. And immediately then you have either a world to explore or games to play. You know, some of them are like that. There's a lot of crazy stuff to be found in VR chat for free. You know, so like for instance here, we're in somebody's recreation of Digital Circus from the pilot, which is actually really cool. Some of them now leave different things like links to Discord communities and Patreons and stuff. But again, it's the same controls for everything in terms of like exploring. And then just, oh, there we go. Immediately we're in Digital Circus. And we can just explore at our own leisure, do videos on it if we want, because I like going around VR chat and just seeing how many things from different games are made into VR so you can explore them. With a headset, obviously, it's a little bit more immersive, and you can just chill out. I know why the funny doggy is trying VR chats as memes. But yeah, the same with like avatars. You can get quick loading avatars here. And also, you can have a list of avatars that you can collect. If you favorite one, it means that you can then use it later on. So for instance, there's my Kara one. We got a flowery one, and then we got all my Chow ones that I use from Sonic Adventure for a laugh. And then there's Toriel's Toriel from Lotus. But basically, you can just keep up to 50 avatars that you want in here. You can also have ones that you've recently used as well that are recorded in here. So you can just mess around and have like 50 and then some other ones that you just recently used for a laugh. Personally, a lot of these I just love for the sake of it. But yeah, what we can do is, like, for instance, if we go into Undernet, I keep clicking on that, Undernet, we can type in, like, in the search, whatever we want. Like, if you type in Undertale, you'll get all kinds, but a lot of the stuff here that I'd recommend is by people that hang around the Undernet. So, for instance, the hub is where I saw 5 on your menu. Wait, what? What have you uploaded? Oh, avatars. The avatars that I have are literally, where is it? They're just fallbacks from my other stuff. It's when I tried doing stuff originally when VR chat would let me, so it's like my Metaton one. And then Metaton with slightly different shaders, because I did make one to have like realistic glows on it and stuff. And then there's Everyman, which is one that I made from Immersiontale. And then there's my really old one. Under recently used. Let's see, I've got uploaded 5. Yeah, that's those. Yeah, I've got all kinds over here. Petley, Xion from Kingdom Hearts, and but yeah. Undernet. Oh, Undernet. If we want, we can search up like Undernet here. I look like the scariest skeleton thing now, says Doge. Yeah, we got 3 people probably from the Immersiontale cast. That'll be Sailor Memes, and oh, let's see who's on. Instance. Oh no, friends online. I just realized it said there for a moment. Friend locations. Yeah, most of the cast are either friends of the Immersiontale cast, end up in the Undernet all at the same time. There's Evie. Evie's the person that voiced Ceroba. But yeah, a lot of the cast I just mess around with sometimes in the Undernet, and we'll just go like new instance, invite, join. How do you add a friend? You can just click on a person and then it'll pop up with their profile. So like for instance, when moving around here, let it load in. I'll get back to animating in a moment, and you can check out what I got. But yeah, here we are in the Undernet. Always a really nice place to be, especially with the right people as well. We can change the speed of the avatar and everything over here. We can also change the effects if we want. There we go. I've just not got music on in the background because of copyright. But yeah, if you ever want to add somebody as a friend, you can just press escape and then click on them, because that's the only way you can really access your mouse is by doing that. But you can click on them and then it'll come up with like their entire profile, and then you can just click add friend and it'll be all good. Let's see. Memes! I have no clue who that is, so I'm sorry, but I can't accept from randoms. Yeah, I gotta do this. But yeah, that's VR chat in a nutshell. Meme's trying to get me to have a break again when I'm actually trying to do progress. There's so many people. Are you in the Undernet now? In before somebody puts the stream on in the Undernet on one of the big screens, so you can all just watch it there. I don't want to run past them as a skeleton. In the Undernet, you can find over, I think it's 200 avatars that are all Undertale themed. You've been spared my blade that is paying for VR Chat Plus. If you're in the Undernet, just give somebody a shout and they'll probably come over to help. Like, not trying to immediately turn around and put anybody forwards for helping out, but people in there are nice enough that you should just be able to go up to somebody and be like, yo, look, just help me out here and it should be okay. Especially if they happen to know anybody from Immersiontale's cast. Oh. Hey, Connor. I was hit with one from Audientanity one time, so also shutting down Discord while also saying a very bad word. Yeah, in the Undernet, it gets moderated really well in group servers. Are you in the group public? Let's find out. If any of the cast wants to help out, I'm not gonna, you know, immediately be like, we need to go and help out, but it would be polite, helping out a fellow creator. Why am I doing that when it's auto? I had an odd sleep schedule, so I'm up at this time. That's fair. Like, I've had an odd sleep schedule today as well, so it's all good. Here goes that. I'm close to the 55-second mark, which is when it ends. I think so, says Doge. Well, you just had a good dad moment, Connor. Yeah, I had a good dad moment of being there for my kid when they needed it, and then suffering because of lack of sleep. I'm gonna have the hair fall back slightly into position there. You know what I mean, though? It's like everybody likes sleep at some point. That's the price you pay for children. Indeed. But I mean, it's a price that I've enjoyed paying right now. Better parent than Ceroba. It's all in the name of love, though. So was it worth it? Yes. Today was worth it, just to keep my daughter happy. A price worth steeping. The thing is, it's like I've said, and I don't know whether you guys were around before before we had the kid. I think a lot of you came in on the back of Immersiontale, which is when I really started doing like advertisements and getting into VR just after we had the kid, or around about the same time. But basically, in a load of the like pre-birthday streams, I mentioned about how I just want to be there for my kid and everything and be a better parent than my parents as well. So it's worth it. And even though I might say the wrong thing sometimes and it may sound as though I'm being a little bit nasty or whatever, it's like, dude, it's not. It's not. To be fair, I wouldn't have found you without the internets. It's kind of, it's why I like that poster. You know, it's funny though, because like some people just don't pay attention to that poster. It's like I had a really cute interaction with somebody recently where they actually saw me stood right next to the poster while I was looking for reference for the, you know, the MTT resort. They saw me and they were like, wait a minute, looked at the poster, then looked back at me and went, you're that guy. And I was like, yeah, I don't really go shouting about it too much. They were like, oh, you're awesome. And I was like, yeah, I suppose. Scratches back of head, goes all kind of shy. You know, it was interesting. I already forgot how to get the Undertale avatars. If you're in the Undernet, you just go into one of the different shops and they'll have a different variety of styles and characters. You have to click on one of the buttons on the shelves, which actually shows the avatars, that it's not just loading up a billion avatars and lagging out for everybody. But then you can literally just click on the thumbnail that appears on the shelf or in the shop, and it's all good, you know. You'll just transform into that avatar immediately. I have to walk past everyone as a weirdo. I should so just like take an hour out and just like come on VR and just be like, hey guys. But I need to at least get this hair done. Please, please. And before I just like make it into like a stream or a video or something, be like, right, we're helping out. We're helping out everybody else. Again, as usual. Just give me a sec. Just let me do this. And then I'll be in. And then everything will be good. Unless any of the other cast members can help out at the moment. Every passes by the shops is a normal thing. The funny thing is, you might be scared of being a skeleton at the moment, but that's probably one of the more normal things outside of like the usual cast of characters, because like that place fills up with some of the most wackiest characters ever, including the entirety of like the Dragon Ball Z cast or JoJo. And then occasionally I'll transform into a building-sized transformer just for a laugh. Papyrus and some of the other cast members should be in there though as well. Papyrus and Gerson if Lucky gets on. And then Memes doing the Slime family lines. Okay, I'll be right back and give this a shot. No problem. In before I have to figure out whether my quest is like set up so I can just jump in and talk to you guys. You're roping me into VR and storyboarding. Yeah, I need to. I said before I need to go through that. I think my quest is set up because I had it set up the other day and I just didn't come into VR. Oh, let's see. That moment where I'm like having to get set up to help out and have a laugh and hang out, but it's not a bad thing because I'm helping somebody else out. So, bam, let's just... All my stuff is like under my desk here. I'm just checking to see whether I got my quest. I've not even got my full body tracking. But then again, I don't need that. Let's just... If I put my... Has anybody else noticed that depending on what headset you've got, it just drains battery real fast even when you're not using it? It's kind of weird. Okay, so it's white light. Oh, green light. There we go. So yeah, it's... Please don't bump your head. Oh, trust me, I'm not going to. Right, so my headset's ready. I just need to, 1, plug it in, and 2, make sure that the knuckles that I have are set up. And before we just make it a stream, and I'll be like, yo! Okay, my knuckles, which are the controllers that I've got, they need charging a little bit, I think. So what I'll do is I'll finish off this little bit of animating, and then we'll jump in. We'll jump in, and I'll say hi to people. And get jumped by everybody, being like, old man! You need to take a break! Ooh. I have not been on VR in ages, and I need to watch the time as well, because I am needed for looking after child. Speaking of, I've got it on the baby monitor now. I'm wondering whether I could do something to connect the baby monitor to my headset so I can see her in VR. That would be awesome. Hang on. Vroid. Let's see. Just checking out people I've talked to at the moment. See. There we go. There we go, just sent a message. Right, let's get this done. There, I need Cerobas. It's not exactly bangs, is it? It's just the sides of her. I need her to be like there, so we go, ooh. I love the way it moved way too early. I'm just getting messages now, it's so funny. Right, let's see what this looks like, because we're almost there, we're almost like the 55 mark here. If I do that and then lower them down a little bit. Doo-doo-doo. It's gonna be so good to do like the subtle tilts and everything. I just realized I put 2 XDs there in the message. That moment where I'm like pissing in DMs, it's just like, ooh. Get that hair done. I'm trying. Oh, this is gonna be the bet. So we got, here's an interesting problem. I've got to do Ceroba's hair going from there to there. Oh. So I reckon it lands either side there and it goes... That needs to go faster, so about there. Does that clip through her hands there? Oh, it does. Ever so slightly. Okay, so that one goes there, but this one can't. It literally cannot be this far over. Okay, bam. It needs to stop there. Because of how the hair falls, it needs to literally just go Oh. And then get pulled in with the hand. She's gonna be clutching a hurt in her hand. Oh. But I mean, at least it's realistic. There we go. I love to clip through walls in my free time, says Sammy. Okay, so this is what we got at the moment. I'm just gonna put the audio on. You guys can hear this as well. So we're gonna go through this, and I'm gonna show what we got at the moment, and then we'll go from there on the rest.
But rumor did reach us that this human never raised a hand against any monsters, big or small. And before we knew it, the barrier was no more. No one seems to remember how it happened, but the human survived. Heck, they even made a monster ambassador or something like that. Made me think of a certain deputy of ours. We miss you. We all do. Monsterkind will soon start moving to the surface once things calm down, but we don't want to leave you behind.
That looks alright for her at the moment. I know there's like little bits, like the hands and stuff that are floating on the top of the skirt at the moment that I need to do, but that's not that bad, I don't think. Like there's little subtlety that's added by the hair and everything. Where's the mute for a moment? It's nice having the little sway in the back. Like here that I did this morning, and even though it's clipping slightly, it's not too bad. And then we just got the rest, which works pretty nicely. Like, we're going to get some clipping, but it's just trying to keep as much of it as possible out of the camera's view. So it's just a case of choosing very, very clever angles to do this at. Yeah. And what I need to do here is potentially slightly tweak these so they don't go at the same time. That's going to look more natural. I just realized I forgot to tag you in the Discord. She's very happy with the shampoo that she's using this morning. Don't judge. But yeah, no. How's everybody feel about this at the moment? Because oh crap. I'm obviously liking this, but I'm biased to my own work right now. So I figure outside sort of comments are going to be great. I've still got to do the little bits here, little bits more on the bangs, I suppose you could call them, either side, or the sides. Still got to do the ears, and then I've got to work on the eyes a little bit more, and the mouth movement. And then I think we're good. It's just then tweaking and doing like hand placement and stuff. And then I set it all up in the new home scene, and then bam, we're good to go, you know. Add music and I might start to cry. I'm not gonna do that tonight. We already saw that beforehand, you know, with the other night where everybody was crying. I ended up tearing up a little bit. There we go. I reckon that's nice as like a base to work from. I don't think it's too fast. It's not too slow. It gives just about the right amount of weight, I feel like, to the character. The only other thing I could do would be to move her torso slightly forwards and backwards for like imitating breathing a little bit. I may do that. I'm not so sure. No. I could always simulate that another way, but like I'll try it off stream just in case. But either way, I think this hits the right key notes about not being too fast, not being too slow, and still being emotional, you know. It conveys emotion, it gives her the stoicism that she's got at the moment, but it's going to be nice to animate all the face stuff eventually where we can see a very upset, you know. Gaster says, yeah, I made it. I mean, I'm basically coming off now. I'll go see everyone in VR for like, what, about half an hour or something? So yeah, I'll see you guys in a moment in VR. Doge, you're still in here, right? I'm just double checking here. I need to put the music back on as well in the background. It's nice to see you again though, Gaster. I know it's just rough because you're only just making the stream, but... Let's see... And before I jump in... What the... I just heard something really weird there. I'm gonna just check on my daughter and then I'll be on. Are we gonna make Undertale yellow next? No. We're not. It's just a little thing. Anyway, I'll probably record the interactions and stuff for a laugh, but I'll see you guys in the next one, and I might do a little bit more to this later on. So, see you in a little bit. Bye!